Hi, Eric from Northland Public Library here. Today I want to talk a little bit about resume writing resources, some that we have available through the library and some that are available at large on the web. Some of these you may have heard of and some may be new to you. I want to talk a little bit today about a few of the tools that are available from monster.com, indeed.com, a website called thebalancecareers.com, and then something available through the Northland Public Library's database collection, which is Petersons Test Prep and Career Center. Really helpful, really great stuff that may allow you to make your resume as good as it can be and get it to where you need it to be. So let's jump in here and see what we're talking about. I'm going to minimize my screen here and just jump over here. And the first thing we're going to go to is monster.com. You may have heard of Monster from commercials on TV and things like that. If you go to monster.com, the thing that I want you to keep in mind is the phrase career advice. Career advice. That's going to come up over and over again. So right in the ribbon of selections under where it says Monster, you'll see career advice. So when I click on that, it takes me to this page, a bunch of different articles. But when I scroll down, there is a search career advice search bar right here. So when I just click on it, the first thing that comes up is resume writing help, and that's what we're talking about today. So I'm going to select resume writing help and click the little magnifying glass icon right next to it, and that's going to take me over here to this list of search results. How to write a resume tips. Fantastic. That's what we're after. How to write a resume. So when I click on how to write a resume, it takes me to this overview and it allows me to see a bunch of different articles and a bunch of different things to help me get started. Critique checklist, how to get your resume ready for a job search, how to write your first resume, the perfect resume, all kinds of stuff here that's really helpful. The critical elements of any resume. So you can click on any of these and you'll find examples and you'll find things that can help you make your resume better. This is monster.com. And you're going to go to career advice and search resume writing. The next one that I wanted to talk a little bit about that you may have heard about is indeed.com. So if you go to indeed.com, you get this kind of bare bones interface. And I know this looks a little weird and you're wondering what's going on here. Same deal. If you scroll down this time instead of looking up, you'll see in this ribbon of selections right here, the second one is career advice. We said let's think about career advice, so that's what we're going to do. We click on career advice and we get this career guide search bar. Same thing here. So we're going to talk about resume writing tips. Tips for writing a resume in a Canadian format. Writing a resume 101. Okay, this sounds pretty good. We're not going to worry about Canada just right now, but we are going to worry a little bit about writing 101. And this has been recently updated just a few days ago, 2021. So let's check this. When I click on this link, we get resume writing tips with examples. See, it says with examples right here, and I love that because that allows you to see what we're talking about as well as just read about it. So we scroll down here, and this gets very basic. What is a resume? What are we trying to do with this thing? Tips for writing a resume that stands out. You scroll down here and you get a bunch of information. Very clear, very easily mapped out for you. And as you scroll down, you'll see all of the different sections that you're supposed to include. And then we've got examples. This one is just the text of the example. And if you scroll down further, you can see even further links here. But right here, this is what I really love about this, is the resume example. Now, you would, of course, include all of your own information. You wouldn't want to take any of the information here. You use your own information, but this gives you the kind of idea of sort of where to start. The next one I wanted to talk a little bit about, aside from Monster and Indeed, is thebalancecareers.com. Now, this is something you may not be familiar with. I know I wasn't familiar with it until I started doing some research for this project, but thebalancecareers.com is a great resource. So not only can you go to this website to help you find a job and to get information that way, but there's also some career advice stuff going on here. So once again, the very first thing that I see when I go to the search bar is resume writing help. These sites know what people need. So when I click on resume writing help, I notice that the first few things here are ads. I don't want to worry about any ads. That's not going to be for this website. So I'm going to scroll down to where I don't see ads anymore, but I see search results. That's an important thing. So I'm going to scroll down here and see these search results. And a couple of the things that I see here that really stand out to me are right here. A step-by-step guide for resume writing and writing cover letters. This looks interesting to me. Step-by-step guides are good. So I'm going to click on that, and it takes me to this page with a table of contents. What's the difference between a cover letter and a resume, getting started, how to build your resume, and once again, examples. Review resume samples and more examples. And I click down to more examples. You can click on these various links here to show different sample resumes. And these are helpful. They give you a sense of how these things should look, what kind of information should be included. A one-page resume, a two-page resume, all kinds of stuff here. Really, really helpful. So this is thebalancecareers.com, and you search for resume writing tips. Now finally, the last resource that I wanted to show you was through the Northland Public Library website itself. So if you go to northlandlibrary.org and you hover over where it says e-library, right in that ribbon across the top, right in the middle, e-library. If I scroll all the way down here to Petersons Test and Career Prep and click on that, that takes me into the database for the Gale Presents Petersons Test Prep. I know it just says test here, but it's also a career guide. This will ask you to add your library card number. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm putting in my library card number. Bear with me. So once I put my library card number, it says here, login new user sign up. Well, if I did not already sign up, I would sign up, but I've got an account here. Now I know you may be thinking, I don't want a new account, I don't want a new password and all of that stuff, but really this will help you. And if you're doing the whole job seeker thing, this will really help you keep things organized. And you'll see what I mean in a second. So I'm going to log in. I'm going to click on where it says to log in. I'm going to put in my email address. And this is the password that I came up with. So I'm going to put that in there. And notice it changed to my account, so I can access things here that I couldn't before. So once again, I want to look for career advice. So if I put in career advice, I get 46 results, career advice. I click on this and I can get a bunch of different help from the virtual career library through Petersons. And these are little modules. They're little courses, essentially, that you can click through that talk about changing careers, job searches, and here we go. How to write a cover letter, how to write a resume. These are very, very helpful. There are also tips on interviewing and networking, how to target your resume, all kinds of stuff. So this is very helpful. If I go back to the search, what if I put in resume writing help? That's something that we've been putting in a lot of these here. I see create a resume. Fantastic. And this is where it starts to make sense to have an account. So when I click on this, it takes me to this resume writing center, this dashboard. The people at Petersons have partnered with an organization called visualcv.com, which is a place for you to create a resume and to store it on the cloud, which is very helpful. You don't have to worry about flash drives or keeping it in your email or anything like that. If you do have a resume or a cover letter from maybe years ago or even months ago, you can import that using a Word document. You can get that over here into your page on Petersons. You can import from Word. That's really helpful. So a couple of things to look at here on the dashboard is CV, resume, cover letter, and website. But we're interested in resume, so I'm going to click on this. And this allows you to copy an existing resume. You can get something, you can import something right here. I love that. If you've already got something down, you don't have to necessarily start from scratch. You can start from scratch if you want, but look at this one in the middle. This is great. Use sample content. Okay, well, I'm going to click on that because somebody has done some of the work for me already. Choose an example. You can go through the look of these and see which one best fits what you're trying to do. Click on it and then begin to fill in your information. See, this kind of fills in some of the information. It knows my name. I would have to put in, of course, my contact information here, a summary, my work experience, and I would fill in all of the specifics here, but it already formats it for me. Really, really, really helpful. You can share this, you can download a copy and print it out. Really helpful stuff. So this is through the Petersons Career and Test Prep, and that's found on the Northland Public Library's website under the e-library. So we've talked a little bit today about monster.com. We've talked a little bit about some material through Indeed, the Balanced Careers, and what we've got available. There we go. What we've got available through the library. Hopefully some of this is helpful to you. Feel free to get in touch with us if you have further questions. You can email us at nplcomp, that's nplcomp at einetwork.net, and we'll get back to you. If you also have any suggestions for future videos, we would love to hear from you and see what you need us to work on in that regard. So please don't hesitate to get in touch about that either. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this will get you on the path to creating the resume that you need for the career that you're after. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.